Please note, the video clips are taken from wholewhale.com. The first time I heard about shadow moderation was a question that kept popping up in my Quora feed. I knew about shadow banning, when people are banned in such a way that they can still post, but no one can see their posts. No one will respond to them. They think they are still members of the forum when in fact they're not. Quora does not do that. But shadow moderation? What's that? I asked myself. I looked it up in order to answer this question. Here is wholewhale.com.
I sort of get it from the moderator perspective too, because if you're removing something, you don't want to deal with, so many questions about it, or the blowback. Yeah, that's how it got started.
I agree that muting without telling a user that they're muted, shadow banning, comes across to moderators as a really good solution. I know from communication with other moderators as well as my own experience that some people are really seriously nasty. They don't think the rules apply to them. In fact, they don't think there should be rules. They think they have the right to say whatever they feel like saying, to whomever they feel like saying it, and whenever they feel like saying it. In their minds, that is what freedom of speech is all about. And when moderators intervene, they will say it to moderators with no holds barred. Moderators are humans with feelings, working on their own time without pay, with one goal in mind, to promote the good of society through maintaining the forum. Shadow banning makes life so much easier for mods. Let users stick to the rules or leave. But wholewhale.com raises important issues. Here's another clip.
And we're going to try to parse this different ways. This is essentially, though, a feature. A UX feature that moderators are given, and it seems to keep the peace. There's somebody who basically gets the mute button. They get muted. They think they're still talking to the public audience, to that group, when in fact they are talking to themselves.
Exactly. So long as it's nasty people blasting into the void, let them talk to themselves as long as they like. Listen to this.
Some big issues now are abortion, the war in Ukraine, crypto like Bitcoin, even video games have large forums on Reddit. And with all of these issues, you can find one side or the other advancing their views by removing opposing points of view and not informing the authors of that content that's getting removed.
In other words, important social issues are being discussed. At least some people are trying to discuss them, but moderators remove content they disagree with, without telling the authors of that content that it has been removed. That, I take it, is shadow moderation. A person who is shadow banned thinks they're still a member of the forum when they're not. But when only their comments are shadow moderated, they remain members of the forum. However, a lot of their content is invisible. It has been removed, but nobody tells them. Having clarified this in my own mind, maybe now I can answer the question on Quora shown at the beginning of this discussion.